attracting divine.
Okay. So your question is, many realized beings say that self-effort alone is not sufficient for realization. Okay. Is there more than some self-effort required for realization? And what is that self-effort? What is that effort? Can you lift your right hand? Okay, keep it. Who lifted your right hand?
This body-mind complex.
I mean, you lifted right hand.
Yes.
So to lift your right hand, you need air. Who gave the air?
Prakriti.
Prakriti is God only.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you lift your hand without a gravity force?
No.
Can you lift your hand without sitting on the chair? Or can you lift your hand, okay, without your nervous system working?
No.
So how many cells are there in the brain?
Millions.
And how does the thought came in the brain that I have to lift my hand? Don't know. That's the universal consciousness, the God. Understand? How much blood flows into your hand when you lift your hand?
Few milligrams.
No, I have the exact number because you lifted your hand.
No.
You lifted the hand now because you once who says who claims that I lifted my hand should know everything now.
True.
Tell me how much blood flows into your hand? Half a liter? Don't know. But somebody who knows it is God. Right? Any smallest of our actions impossible without God's presence. Right? Individual effort is not possible without God's cooperation or God's blessing. Anything small. Even if you want to lift your hand, blood has to flow, the brain has to think. Okay, the gravity is required, earth is required. All right. So then how can you separate out self-effort and God's grace? So the question of self-effort itself is false. In the sense, any effort involves the universe and individual. True. Right? Understand? Now, what is the role of the universe and what is the role of individual? Me. Tell me.
Universe is a total framework.
No. Don't get into too much of theory. Simple. In lifting your hand, what is your role and what is the universe's role?
My role is a thought generating.
Oh, you have generated thought. So you mean to say you know how to generate a thought in your brain?
No, automatically generated. No, it's not. It's not.
So if you know how to generate a thought, you should know how to connect two cells in the brain. Huh? Understand? Huh?
Yes.
So what is your role and what is God's role?
This simple act is my role. Rest the whole.
Oh, simple act. The simple act to lift. How many muscles have to work? Huh?
Thousands probably.
Huh?
Thousands probably.
You don't know about it. Then you say still it's my role. Huh? Tell me, separate out the individual from the God.
No, definitely.
No, do you have a role? In this lifting the hand, do you have a role? And if role is there, what is the role? Is the question clear? Tell me no. Because you have asked the question of self-effort and God's grace. Now tell me your role in this whole lifting the hand. Forget about self-realization and enlightenment. Is the question clear?
Clear.
Self-realization and enlightenment is two big things.
Too big.
Very simple thing. Lifting my finger. What is my role? Please understand. All that is God only. Okay. Ego only claims that I did it. So your role is only claiming, not doing.
Not actually.
So it's only grace. In that sense, it's only grace. Understand? But if I say only grace, people will not do anything.
True.
That's also another problem. So there is an urge in us from tamoguna to rajoguna, rajoguna to sattoguna, sattoguna to gunatita. That urge drives you. Okay? You think I'm driving, but it's grace which drives you. And actually, it's only the grace which is operating all the time. Do you think?
Yes.
Oh, then you are a great man. So you should know how many cells are in the brain. How many cells are in the brain? Because you are the thinker now. How two cells get connected?
Those are autonomous, so we do.
Autonomous means it just happens mechanically. Right?
By some will, obviously, by some conscious will.
That's a God only.
Exactly, yes.
Then what do you do? Do you think? Just now I proved that you cannot lift your hand. Do you think? Do you see?
Yeah, it's all through conscious will, obviously.
Conscious will of whom?
The divine will.
Then what is the question of self-effort and God's grace? Where is self-effort? Where is God's grace? Who told you there's self-effort and God's grace required?
Sir, when you go with that flow of thought and you dwell in it, that everything is God's grace, there's no role for me to play.
There's no me. There's,
But actually, there is a me. I mean, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about my situation.
Yeah.
I feel a me always.
right.
But you are saying that everything is God's grace.
I'm saying,
Then what?
no. There we have to see. Oh, it's not audible. Okay. So the question is, your question you're asking is, I feel there is a me, I have to do something about it, right? And there's everything is God's grace. So that's where, as long as I feel there is a me, okay, there's a concept of self-will. Concept of self-will. Self-will. As long as you feel there is a me, that means there is individuality.
No, okay. Actually, what I feel currently in my situation, that everything is God's grace. Everything is God's grace. But this means always jumping up. I
I'm
want to
saying,
do something. I want to do
that's what I'm saying.
something.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So there is a sense of me, whatever you want to call it. Sense of me is there, right? That sense of me is giving a sense of I have to do something about it. That sense of me is also given by God. Do it, do something about it. Okay, sense of me, I have to do something about it. I have to do some sadhana. That's also by God's grace only that sense comes. Sense of me, I have to do something about it. So the God has given an apparent sense of will for you to do something about it and go beyond will. Understand? The sense of me is also given by God for you to experience life, good karma, bad karma. Okay, come out of karma, experience life. So others what happen, you'll become like an automation. I have nothing to do.
Very frustrating.
Right? You feel I'm automation. Everything is God is doing. So what I'm doing. Then the role of God in this situation, where the sense of me is there, I can tell you, you are sending your children to education. Your college or wherever, right? You give the fees, you give the facility, infrastructure, but the child has to do something about it. Understand? So similarly, as long as I have a sense of me, we have to think that God has provided me environment. God has given me opportunity. I have to do good karma. I have to live a life of dharma, and I have to evolve. Okay. This also is opportunity provided by God. Until you become free from me. That's also God's will. Right? Understand? It is like a child is walking, a mother is holding the hand. Okay. So now, child says, I'm only walking. Mother says, yes, you are only walking. Like that, God is holding your hand, making you walk, and you say, I am only walking. Yes, you walk. Does it answer your question?
Yes.
So you say, I have a sense of me. Okay, the sense of me making me feel that I have to do something about it. Correct. That's also the sense of.
So there's no need, from what you're saying, that as long as the sense of me exists, it means you are one with Prakriti. And there is an apparent self-will and God's way shooting that.
Correct.
Really, reality is one.
Yeah.
So when you hear talks like that, there is an inner restlessness in Delhi, at least me, that, oh, I have to lose this sense of me,
No. You will have to lose sense of me. There's also steps are very clear. So the question is, your question is, I have identified with Prakriti. I have a sense of doership. Me is there. Okay. right? Me is there. I have to do something about it. Correct? That's perfectly all right. That's perfectly all right. I have to lose sense of me is also perfectly all right. For that, God has given very clear path. The clear path is live a life of dharma. First thing. Okay. So then do karma yoga, service. Then do devotion, bhakti. Then get into jnana yoga. So that's the way to lose me. Okay. So a path is given. Right? It's nothing wrong in that, saying that I have a sense of me, I have to do something about it. There's nothing wrong in that. I have a sense of my will. It's okay. But my will also, there's a clear path is given to get out of. Right? In the absolute sense, there's no will. Absolute sense, only God's will. Right? But I know that there's God's will, absolute sense, God's will, but still I feel I have my will. So God says, fine, you have to evolve. You have to come out of Prakriti. So this is the path. Do karma yoga, do service, Atma mokshatam, jagaditaya. Finally, through jnana, get rid of me. Are you clear?
Fantastic. So my will is a part of God's will.
My will is not a part of God. My will is God's will. There's no
My
part.
will is God's will. Yeah. My will is God's will until me goes. Then we realize that my will is not there, it's always God's will.
Okay. So, can you stop recording, please, Gayatri?